On my Facebook, I had a picture of myself with a weird face. That was pretty funny.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good times.
That is my favorite.
Times. Hi, Nicole. How are you?
I am great, Chris. How are you today?
Good, thank you. And hello to our viewers out there. Welcome to Social Media News, brought to you by 910, where we specialize in branding, websites, and digital marketing training. I am Chris. Hello.
And I'm Nicole, and we are your hosts. So let's get on into it. We're really excited about this first thing. Instagram has enabled users to upload photos via their desktop.
Oh, I should have turned on my my applause on my mixer for us today. I'm going to do that next time.
Applause for myself. It's been a long time coming. Finally, Instagram has announced that it's adding image and video posting functionality from the desktop. It started being available a few days ago on October 21st, providing a more centralized way for social media managers to maintain their Instagram presence. The process, which will facilitate the posting of photos and videos of less than 1 minute in length and they will not include stories or reels right now at this stage, but it will make it a little bit easier for social media managers like you and me. So you won't have to keep saving images in a variety of ways and trying to get it over to your phone and all that kind of nightmare that we deal with right now or previous to now. Selected users have had access to the option for a few months, but now all users globally will be given access, adding another consideration to your process. And I did check, you guys, and it is working and it is available on the desktop and it's functioning right now. It's a big boost for social media managers who are looking to streamline their workflow and more easily push edited graphics and visuals made within other apps. We need some like canned cheering for those kind of things.
I have some canned cheering, okay, but I don't remember which button it is.
Next time, you guys.
Yeah, next time. I mean, I can take a stab at it.
Oh, good job, Instagram.
There we go. So now we can have applause anytime there's some good news.
Sweet.
Yeah, excellent. In Facebook announces new tools for small and medium-sized businesses or SMBs, including video calls and expanded appointment bookings. So with Christmas fast approaching and people increasingly keen to make it a big celebration because we're making up for the last 2 years of disruptions, retailers now have a golden opportunity to boost their sales and connect with potential new customers who are eager to spend. To help with this, Facebook has announced some new tools for SMBs. This is interesting, including video and audio calls direct from the Facebook inbox and a new appointment booking functionality to better facilitate connection. First, while the functionality is not anything new, Facebook is testing a new option that will enable businesses to make audio and video calls via business inbox in Messenger. I'm conflicted, but that'll help streamline business connection. And while not everyone will be keen on opening up a video chat with a brand, it could help to facilitate valuable conversation in business queries, which may well be a key value add. In addition to this, Facebook's also expanding its live audio rooms, shocker, to selected SMBs. So small businesses can host live conversations on topics relevant to their customers. That actually sounds really interesting to me. And people can discover them across Facebook. It's almost like a interactive podcast, which could actually be a lot of fun. Yeah, small businesses, yeah, right? Especially on Facebook where people are maybe a little more comfortable using that. So I think this is really interesting. Small businesses can invite friends, followers, or creators, or any listeners in the room to be a speaker. Behave. Facebook's also making its appointment tools available to all small businesses. So that means like, Nicole, we could go check this thing out. Although we use other systems, might be fun to look at. Because Facebook's appointment booking tools, which have been under development for several months, enable businesses to set up quick and easy appointment scheduling direct on your company's Facebook page. We have tried this before. I didn't enjoy it, but the process does now sync. I don't know if it did, but it does now with Google Calendar. So as well as a range of popular booking tools, helping to integrate your data in real time. And that was actually the problem that I had with it is it was difficult to juggle appointments coming in through Facebook because they just kind of lived in Facebook and you never really knew who was where. So this actually might be really helpful for people.
Yeah, that integration to calendar is key. And
absolutely. How could you do it any other way? Otherwise you have who's going to run 2 calendars? Well, not me. I'm telling you that right now. But that could help lock in more business opportunities via the platform that users are discovering your business on, meaning you're comfortable being there. Maybe you're comfortable making an appointment. Well, it also eliminates the need for people to use the phone to get in touch, streamlining the process. Finally, Facebook's also rolling out new ad creation options in Business Suite, including the capacity to create Instagram-only ads on desktop and new insights to help measure performance. Now, I will say, last night I was working on one of my projects and I had to post something to social media, and I was delighted to see that I could put a schedule in for both Facebook and Instagram, but also put specific copy for Facebook and specific copy for Instagram. That made me really happy. So maybe this is another thing that'll make us really happy.
Different audiences, different platforms.
Definitely.
On to YouTube. YouTube adds auto chapters as a search element, the next stage of its chapters push. We talked a little while ago about some of YouTube's initiatives this way. YouTube is looking to provide more specific search matches with the addition of its new auto chapters as a search element, which means that it will now be able to highlight automatically identified segments in response to users' searches. YouTube began rolling out auto chapters back in July with its system detecting segments of videos in order to provide more specific matching for your queries. When chapters are enabled, YouTube can highlight specific segments in response to searches, giving it more capacity to help users find the key elements that they've been looking for in each clip. You guys might have noticed that if you were doing a search on Google and a video came up with a marker at a certain point in the video, that's someone taking advantage of these auto chapters. They could play a much bigger role in video discovery over time, with each element of each clip becoming searchable, providing more data on what specifically people are looking for, while also facilitating more discovery potential on your content. So now it's time to do the review, guys. Go to your YouTube content and get ready for this change. In addition to this, YouTube's also making mentions available to all channels with 500 subscribers. Now, I know you might think that that's high, but previous to this, you had to have 1,000 or more subscribers for that functionality. Well, it is also adding when your viewers are on YouTube card, only available on their mobile app, but very useful to know when people are viewing your content, when you should be posting new. I mean, this is a huge, we mentioned it in a previous segment that it looks like YouTube is looking to make their videos SEO friendly more so than they have been previously. So this is another move of that.
Yeah, that's really interesting. And really, social media is just, timing is key. And knowing some of that timing is just going to give you that much more power. And, putting in the extra little bit of effort to do the research and on that stuff it's going to put you ahead of the game, which is really great.
1,000,000%.
Yeah. This is interesting. Google and Snapchat. Google adds new Snapchat integration into its latest Pixel phones. So as part of its latest product showcase, Google has previewed an upcoming quick tap to snap, which is really fun to say, actually, functionality for its Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro devices, which will enable users to take a photo or video in Snapchat direct from their lock screen. But don't worry, you still have to log into your device to send your snap. This is still a fairly significant acknowledgement of the value of Snap, with the function being built into the phone directly, streamlining content creation. And this is interesting because you can kind of get a sense of the audience they're going after for their devices when it comes to an integration like this.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so, I mean, really, this could be Google looking to up its street cred, using Snap to sell more Pixel phones, but either way, it's another valuable partnership for Snap to make, with the company also forming strong bonds with Apple on the latest augmented reality tools and processes. And I know we covered that a few weeks ago here in social media news. It's kind of, what is it you call it? The metaverse?
Yes, the metaverse. I'm going to talk about that a little more today because it's the
excellent
buzzword of the
segue.
month. Yeah.
This new partnership underlines Snap's growing presence as a key augmented reality provider, now with direct links to the 2 biggest mobile OS developers on the planet. So this could eventually help Snap better facilitate the next stage of AR connection with AR glasses likely requiring connection to a mobile device to facilitate full functionality. I don't know. I don't feel good about walking down the street with my AR glasses on, but I mean, I guess you never know.
Hopefully they make them a little prettier so they're not like
yeah, exactly.
snorkel mask situation. All right, Facebook up again. Facebook has announced some new penalties for group members who repeatedly violate its rules, as well as new control options for group administrators to police potential harmful content in their groups. So first off, on the new restrictions, Facebook will implement new reach penalties for group members whose posts have previously violated Facebook's rules anywhere on the platform, restricting their capacity to spread misinformation or hate speech across the board. That's significant because private groups in particular remain a problematic element, given that they're free of public scrutiny. This means that people can share potentially harmful content among community peers who are more open to such, and therefore see fewer penalties as a result. While this change will further restrict their capability to spread the same beyond their own group by instituting blanket penalties for all enforcement actions. Facebook's also adding a new moderation element called Flagged by Facebook, which will enable group administrators to view content that's being flagged for coming removal before it is shown to the broader community.
Okay, that's really good. Because I know a lot of times, sometimes those automatic boticles don't make good decisions. Like
yeah,
too human.
It becomes a bit of a nightmare for these administrators of these groups to try to track everybody, right?
Yeah, totally. I think that's a great idea.
The new options come as Facebook faced more questions over its moderation decisions in the wake of the Wall Street Facebook files expose, with platforms' motivations being questioned and evidence showing allegedly that its systems can cause significant harm. It's important for Facebook to provide more tools to help address such concerns, both from a public relations and a broader health perspective. Facebook does invest heavily in such work, and it is continually looking to improve. This is not a knee-jerk response to address these new concerns, but as the pressure mounts, it will be called upon to provide even more tools like this, as well as insights into actual impact of such efforts on the platform use.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why can't we all just get along?
I know, that is an excellent question that I cannot answer. But I would say for marketers out there, if you're adding people to your team and attaching them to your business page, you want to exercise caution, because if they are attached to this negative Facebook purview, they are going to impact your business's reach.
That's a great point. That is a really good point. Now, back to Instagram. More Instagram video news. Instagram tests longer videos and stories, new stories to Reels links, which is very interesting, as part of a broader video integration. So as part of this broader shift toward video content in order to maximize user engagement, Instagram is testing 2 new options that would further integrate its various video functions following the merger of IGTV into its broader Instagram video offering. First off, Instagram is testing new longer video uploads and stories, with videos of up to a minute in length no longer being cut down into smaller chunks. That's a really interesting choice to me. That'll essentially enable you to upload full Reels clips to your stories. Reels clips were extended to 60 seconds back in July. And with this expansion into stories, that'll mean you can just upload your whole reel to stories as well, instead of to the specific Reels feed. Instagram is also testing a new option that would redirect users to full Reels clips from stories when you share your Reels to stories as well. That is a tongue twister. These options are designed to raise more awareness of the app's various video tools and bring them all together, which is Instagram's true broader aim as it moves further away from the Square photo sharing roots. On Instagram, you have to tap into the stories and Reels specifically, which apparently is hard to say. And while Explorer can be good for browsing, it's not presented in an upfront stream the way content in, say, TikTok is. This is the problem that Instagram is looking to solve, reducing friction, confusing confusion and expanding the breadth of content that its system can choose to keep you glued to the app. I'm really interested in seeing how those longer stories will fare.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if this isn't like maybe an early flag of the demise of stories and just a pure reels situation. I don't know. I mean, stories and reels do hit different audiences. Like, as we know, Instagram reels are beyond your audience, that goes out to everyone, and stories stays within your audience. So there is still a difference as to who you're speaking to, but maybe they're trying to merge all these together. I don't know.
That is really interesting. How will they kind of help those audiences still stay those audiences? Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that.
All right, switching off to Twitter land. Twitter acquires chat app Sphere to boost its communities push. Twitter's new communities offering doesn't appear to have caught on, as we may have noticed, because I haven't even seen them in a major way yet. But it continues to revise the format and add options, which could eventually make Twitter groups a thing and expand topic-focused engagement in the app. Sphere is built around community chats and optimizing relevant engagement within each group to help build bonds and maximize engagement. Its key features are its ZenFlow system. I like saying that, ZenFlow. It makes me feel very which works to highlight the most relevant group chat elements for each member, and appreciation community stickers and tools that enable people to recognize their top contributors, which doesn't sound a lot different to other group offerings, but where Twitter could gain value is in its discussion highlighting algorithms, which work to showcase the most relevant elements to each user. While its incentive tools may also help to improve Twitter's communities offering and make it a more compelling space. It's the latest in Twitter's broader effort to expand and become a more comprehensive connection tool as it looks to increase usage and maximize its business potential. Twitter has also acquired newsletter platform Review back in January and web reader platform Scroll in May, both of which are now being rolled out into new on-platform offerings, largely assigned to its paid subscription tools. So I don't know where, Twitter keeps trying. I'm sure they will hit the target here soon, maybe.
Yeah, every time I think about Twitter, I think about the people who say, please just make it Twitter.
Yeah.
Isn't it already kind of special? I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Well, I feel like Twitter's always been a unique platform. Like, even the way you use hashtags on Twitter would be different than Instagram and Facebook. Very different.
Absolutely. Yeah. Usually on Twitter, I just go on there. I just have a random thought and throw it out there and see what happens. But
yeah. And I think that's what most people do. I mean, and you get a lot of fun conversations going on, but
it's a lot of shower thoughts.
It's like a keep it simple platform.
Yeah, totally it is.
So as I promised, here I was going to talk about the metaverse.
Yeah, look at that. It's right there. I didn't even see that. So sorry. I maybe spoiled that for you. I apologize.
Well, this buzzword is out there, and people keep asking me, what's the metaverse? What does that mean? Generally, it just refers to a shared virtual world, an environment which people can access via the internet. So really, if you think about it, it's a little bit, instead of going on Facebook, you're going to go in Facebook.
Just like that Futurama episode where they go online. That's what I think every single time.
It's an interesting concept. And rumors on the street, fairly confirmed, is that October 28th, which is 2 days away, Facebook is going to announce perhaps a new name. I kind of think it's just going to end up like Google renaming itself to Alphabet, but everybody just still calls it Google, and it's more of an umbrella company for Google with all their things underneath. Maybe Facebook will rename in an umbrella. I just can't see the word Facebook going away. Yeah,
that to me is just so unlikely. And if they do that, I hope they did their research, because it does seem a lot of the times like these bigger brands just kind of come out with weird words, like they're trying to smash 4 words together to make a new word. Like, don't do that. That is ridiculous. Just don't do that.
Well, and if you're company name like Facebook or Google has become an English language verb noun. You maybe not change it. Don't.
Although I do think that there are some actual like laws around if the name of your product or service becomes like a household name, then you lose the trademark on it or something. Like there's something about it where like Kleenex, for example. So if everyone uses the word Kleenex all the time, suddenly it becomes part of normal nomenclature. And then there's actually some legality around that and who can use it and who can't. So I'm really fuzzy on the details. It's been a while since I did any real research into that, but yeah, so that there's like some risk there if your brand gets so big that it becomes a household name.
I would love to have that problem.
Nicole.
910. Did you 910 that?
Are you sure though? Well, I was thinking about you personally. Oh, I Nicoled that again. What does that mean? Is it good or is it bad? I think it's probably
I
good.
don't want to be the next Karen situation going on.
Oh, sorry, Karens out there.
Yeah, I know some great Karens.
Right? I know, me too.
Great Karen friends. You are not a Karen. You are not.
We love you. We love you, Karens. Now, that's all of our news today. But if you have a few minutes to spend upping your digital marketing skills, sign up for Quick Plays, our weekly email where our team of coaches videos and sends you a new digital marketing tip every Tuesday. Visit 910.ca/quickplays to subscribe. I can throw that in the comments here. That's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. I am Chris.
And I am Nicole, reminding you that the first step to successful social media is being brave.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.